Hello, welcome. I'm Tiffany. This is Tiffany Lives Tarot. Tarot so that you can find a new source of well-being for your life. This is your weekly reading for the week of September 21st, 2020. Doesn't matter when you find this video. However, if you felt drawn to it, there's a message here for you. Quick announcement before we get into it. I am now donating 10% of all my profits every month from Tiffany Lives Tarot to the Polaris Project, which is an organization that helps rescue children and teens from sex trafficking circles. So please sign up for a reading with me. You are automatically helping a child get out of a terrible situation. All right, let's get started with some oracle cards. Wisdom of the Oracle up first, a leg up in reverse. Are you feeling like no one is there for you? When we get the leg up card, what this means, well, when it's in reverse, it usually means that we're trying to do too much on our own. If you're like the real independent type, it may not occur to you to ask for help when you need it, or you might just find yourself in a situation where you don't feel like there is any support. When this happens, turn to your intuition or your sense of guidance, the universe, God, source, whatever it is for you. That's what this card is reminding you to ask the universe for help. Turn to your intuition. You actually are not alone. There is help out there for you, but you need to ask for it. You need to make the move to connect to it, and the answers will come. Here is from the Earth Magic Oracle deck. This goes along perfectly with this leg up in reverse card. I'm trying to get it so there's no glare. Here we go. Green Man, synergy. Because when you take action by contacting the universe, calling the hotline, the universe hotline, and saying you need help, this creates a synergy between you and the universe, you and your intuition. Synergy, kind of like synchronicity. Things start happening for you, to you, that are to your benefit. Why? Because you are deliberately connecting with your intuition or God or the universe. So we'll add some context to this now with the reading. But here, that's how we're starting. This is what the Oracle has to tell us to start off with. This is my extended reading, so you're in for a real treat. We're going to look into the past leading up to now, your biggest challenge in all of this, where you're at, advice from the universe, and a potential coming down the pike. Not an absolute, of course, never an absolute. It always depends on your actions. Okay. I'm going to use the Tarot of the Spirit deck, and I'm clarifying with the Morgan Greer deck. So let's start with the past up to now. Okay, past up to now, we've got the moon. So things have been maybe a little uncertain. Maybe it's been hard for you to connect to your intuition or your sense of God because you feel thrown off. Things are just really uncertain. They're up in the air. Nothing is what it seems. I mean, this certainly speaks to the, if you live in the United States, this certainly speaks to every type of climate around us, political, social, economic, environmental. It's all going crazy right now. And this trickles down to our personal lives. We can't help but feel a sense of confusion, mystery, the unknown, and it feels like pressure. It feels like weight. And, you may be longing for the simplicity of the past with this Six of Cups here. And back in the day when things were just a lot easier, there was an order to things, everything made sense. So that feeling can exacerbate this feeling of uncertainty brought on by the moon. But the moon is what I call a life lesson card. These circumstances, we can't do anything about them, but we do have control about the way we react to it. And in that way, You want to call upon your guides, your intuition, your higher self, whatever it is for you. That's what's called for now, because how do you handle yourself when you're in an uncertain time? That's being tested. You don't have to lose it. You don't have to freak out. You don't have to like just go all doom and gloom on things. You want to maybe get out of this, the good old days, I want them back, because that's going to keep you like stuck here longer. You want to do something that's going to make you feel that synergy between you and your sense of God or the universe. Now, your biggest challenge right now, we've got the Sister Water card. This is when this card comes up, this indicates that you're solidly on your path, and you're moving forward with it. You can see there's a path ahead of her. She's like, it's funny, she's like on a swan, it's guiding her, and at the same time that swan is a river, right? It's a river that she's traveling down, because deep down she knows exactly where she's going. This is in your challenge section. You're feeling thrown off by that moon card from the first one. That's the challenge, is having confidence on your path, seeing it clearly as you move forward. Now, okay, we got a few things that fell out here. First thing that I see here is this 5 of Cups card in this challenge position. So there's grief. There is grief. This longing for the past is really getting you down. It's really tugging at your heart. You see, like, we've got cups of wine spilled here. He's really upset. He's really sad. That's contributing to you not being able to really feel strong about your path. This is followed by the Queen of Swords. Let's see. This is also in your challenge position. So it may be, it's that the Queen of Swords is very logical. She can be very cold, but she can also be very, passionate about the way she feels. So this could be like somebody in your life that is maybe giving you a hard time. Maybe their way they communicate things is just hard to take sometimes. And that can be contributing to this sense of grief here. Are you in a conflict with another person? This could also be that you're in conflict with yourself. You'll know which one. But I think this is someone outside. This is all leading to like someone outside of yourself. This Lover's card in reverse, whenever this card shows up, this is about figuring out the intricacies of a relationship of some kind. And it can be romantic, family, friendship. It can even be professional relationship. You'll know what this refers to. And it's been a challenge to work out the details of this, finding the balance, finding the balance. It hasn't been found, and it's really throwing you off. But again, this is another life lesson card. This is something that you actually need to work out, that you need to make peace with in order to move on. Our last card here is the Ace of Rods. So probably there's been, I'm saying you've had an idea. Deep down, maybe what you need to do. But because of all this emotional stress here, it's been hard to find the clarity of your path. But it is there. If you can get past the toxicity of the relationship issue, you'll be guided. But that's your challenge right now. That's your challenge. And how interesting, where you're at now, we have the Two of Wind. Now, when we get the Two of Wind, this is about choices that need to be made, or a choice, but it's a significant choice. It really means something. And the fact that you have to make it may be causing you a lot of stress. There's a lot weighing on you right now. This is a very heavy reading for some of you this week. There's a lot weighing on you. And, it's because it's becoming so heavy that you're starting to feel forced. I think it's becoming clear that you need to make a choice, but this is not an easy one. This is going to be like a statement of yourself, like taking a stand for something that you believe in. You may be being pushed out of this relationship because you're ready to grow, because you're ready to do more than just be, stuck under the weight of it all the time. But you want to consider this. This is a heavy card, and you have an option, but it might not be easy to, take that option. And we're moving on to advice from the universe. From the Tarot of the Spirit, we've got the Fear card. Now, this Five of Wind shows up when we are really invested in something outside of us, and then that something outside of us fails, and we're not sure how we're going to go on. This card is saying, take back your control, empower yourself. That relationship outside of you, yes, it may have been a big part of your life, but it is not what your life, I don't want to say what it's built on, because if this was like a really important relationship, then it feels like you've built a life on this relationship. But this card is telling you to bring it back to yourself. You got to come back home right now. You don't, regardless of how heavy this feels, you actually don't need that relationship in order to flourish within your own life, but you're afraid right now of not having it. And the universe is saying, come back to yourself, come back to your intuition, your sense of God, your sense of spirituality, universe, what gives you guidance, your higher power. That's going to help you get your control back. Now, this is clarified by the Ace of Swords. And this shows up when we need to take a stand for ourselves, when we need to claim who we are and what we are, and make that decision and just follow through with it. Okay? So that's the advice from the universe. You got to go back to your intuition or your sense of self. Okay? You're going to have to separate yourself from this situation and make a claim as to who you are within it and who you are without it. Okay? This is some heavy stuff this week. I'm sorry if you're going through a lot right now. We're going to look at now the potential. Okay. It's here. All right. We're looking at the potential moving forward. All right. Good news, people. Good news. We've got the Nine of Fire. This is when we have raised our energies. We're not in a slump. We're not depressed anymore. We're like at the right level of energy. We're seeing things clearly, and we're ready to move forward because we are seeing things clearly. We feel balanced. We feel like we are actually following our path. Now, how is this going to happen? How are you going to get to this place? Because you're not there right now is what I'm getting from the rest of these cards. How are you going to get there? You're going to take some time out. You've accomplished a lot within this relationship, because of this relationship. You have really, it's really gone the limits, and probably you never thought it was going to go away. But now it's time to take stock of everything that you've learned and gained and all the awesome ways you've grown and the beautiful things you've created with this relationship. And it's time to look to the future. That's what this guy's doing. He's taking a pause. He's stepping back like, wow, I've done so much and it's been fantastic. And now what? Now what's next? And only you can decide that. And by looking at like the positives, that's going to help you raise that energy level from like that low place of sadness and depression and maybe anger, and help move you up. You are capable of so much. You're capable of so much. And it's time to investigate that. What have you learned from engaging in this relationship? And how are you going to use that now to get better and move forward and be a better version of yourself? That's what this card is all about. That's your potential. That's your potential, but you need to ask for that help, for, again, intuition, from the universe, from angels, guides, whatever it is you believe in. It is time to connect. It's time to connect. We're going to finish this off here with a message from the Angel Oracle deck. Just waiting for that card to jump out here and tell us what it has. Oh, abundance. Look at this. Okay, so right now, it probably feels like there's a lot of lack, right? Like the antithesis of abundance right now. But what I'm seeing here is that if you can follow the signs, talk to your guides, get in touch with your intuition, right? Follow the path of these cards, you're not going to lose anything. You're going to find more of everything that you need, and it's really going to fit who you are at this point. The only reason relationships fall away is because we've grown, and it's hard to let them go. But we've grown. We're ready for more. We're ready to expand. You know, not all the parts of us agree with that all at once, but your soul is saying that. Your soul is saying that. That's why you're in this situation to begin with. So please take this to heart. Do the self-searching that you need to do, because there is more waiting for you. This isn't the end. It's not over. There's more waiting for you on so many levels and in so many ways, but you need to initiate that action. Ask your guides for help. Okay. Please, if you'd like to book a private reading with me and figure out in more detail how this relates to you, please book with me at tiffanylives.com. And remember, every time you have a reading with me, 10% of that goes to the Polaris Project. Please like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Facebook, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.